Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing very well. Today is simulating the Kara Hultgreen accident and subsequent death in the F-14 to see if we can A, create it, and then we thought B would add on as well. I know this probably isn't very tasteful, but let's face it, it is interesting. If she could have done something to avoid crashing, to see what would have happened if she did this, if she did that, and so on. So first of all, we're going to look at the accident. Kara Spears Hultgreen, 1965 to 1994. The death was in 1994. We're going to skip to the death. On the 25th of October 1994, Hultgreen died when her F-14A, that's probably the most important thing here, this is an F-14A with the TF-30 engines. Tail number 16390, coded NH103, crashed on approach to USS Abraham Lincoln. The incident occurred off the coast of San Diego after a routine training mission. Finding herself overshooting the landing area centerline, Hultgreen attempted to correct her approach by applying left rudder pedal. Right, okay, that's the second bit of evidence we've got there, which caused the nose to disrupt the airflow over the left inside wing, as well as the airflow to the left engine. The port engine suffered a compressor stall and loss of power, a well-known deficiency characteristic of the F-14A's TF-30 engine, when the inland air is no longer flowing straight into it. For this reason, the F-14 NATOPS flight manual warned against excess yaw, presumably mainly at low speeds. A loss of the F-14 engine results in an asymmetric thrust which can exceed the rudder authority, especially at low speeds. Our understanding of the TF-30 is that it was an initial engine for this aircraft, initially for the F-111, and it had problems in the F-14, hence they had to replace it as quickly as they could in the F-14B. After aborting the approach, Hultgreen selected full afterburner on the remaining engine, causing an even greater asymmetry thrust. This, combined with a high angle of attack, caused an unrecoverable approach turnstall and rapid wing drop to the left. The Rio in the rear seat, Lieutenant Clemish, initiated ejection for himself and Hultgreen as soon as it was apparent the aircraft was becoming uncontrollable. Oh, so you are in control of the ejection seat then, RC. First, in the automated ejection sequence, the Rio survived. However, by the time Hultgreen's seat fired, 0.4 seconds later, the plane exceeded 90 degrees of roll and she was ejected down into the water, killed instantly. On November 12th, 19 days after the crash, the Navy salvaged the plane and recovered the body, still strapped into the ejection seat. The wreckage was, wow, nearly 4,000 feet of water. 21st November, she was buried at Arlington National Cemetery with full military honours. And of course, we've got footage from the cameras. So this isn't LSO footage, is it? This is like just from the tower. I wonder if there is LSO footage out there. That would be interesting.
The first part's LSO, and then it goes.
Oh, the first part's LSO, right? Okay, well let's have a look at.
I think that's the only footage that exists.
Now this is the bit that's in Wikipedia, and there's not really enough to know what's going on here. We can see. So we think, oh, that's LSO then with the crosshair on it, and you can see she's deviating her left, then heavily and low, and nose up. And then that's straight over. Oh, look, you can see Hultgreen's detonation there. That's well over.
That's either hers or the
I think that's got to be hers, right? Because that's well over 90 degrees, I think. Now, we've got some slightly superior footage here. The interesting thing is, look at, if this is the LSO cam, right? She just comes belting round, really tight kind of case one here, belting round. And what's the overshoot? Look, massive overshoot, and then you can see the left boot of the rudder here. That thing just flies real funny, and then kick a puff of smoke out the back there, which I'm presuming was the engine going. Let's try that again. You see, she's really come around, and you can just see the plane's not flying right, like when you can see it in DCS when it's just not quite flying right. You know, it's lagged out or something, and you can see there that's just doesn't look quite right. Massive left boot to get back in the crosshair or whatever. Then it slides to the left. The nose goes up. The gear must be out. It's just bad graphics and I just can't see it. Afterburner on. So we've gone to full power in about a second. And annoyingly, it kind of cuts like there. So hard. You're out of LSO cam there. And back onto the the superstructure camera. She's now stalling to the left. And we're real close. Look how close we are to the edge of the carrier there. I mean, it's really hard to tell how close. But in terms of altitude, you know, she's almost a touchdown. And over there, that must be Hultgreen there.
That was the first. You could see the Rio go.
Yeah, I just see it. Yeah, I've gone further. Hultgreen was quite a lot later. bang. It's literally, obviously nothing you can do. She's like 20 feet from the ocean. Right, so the first thing we need to do is to be able to go and recreate that in DCS. Although it is an amazing sim, we only have the F-14 Bravo version, not the F-14 Alpha version. So the way we were going to regress this back to the Alpha version is we have this here in the Bravo. One of the major advantages of it over the Alpha is that we had an asymmetric thrust limiter that stopped exactly the thing that killed Hultgreen happening again. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove this cover and turn the asymmetric limiter off. That means it will allow us to do full asymmetric thrust to simulate the problem. And then we're going to simply recage this left throttle here to simulate an engine shutdown. It's basically going to do, you know, more or less the same thing. We're going to do some practice here and see how it goes. Okay, so first of all, we're going to get on speed at about 1,000 feet, just a little bit lower. Air brake on. Speed brake, gear. Hook. Landing mode. Cancel the warning. And as you can see my controls on the left, you can see my throttles and rudder and the control stick. On speed. Under speed. Turning in. Right, let's see how this goes, I'll see. Pretty much on speed. Loosen the turn. Okay, I've overshot left boot, correct. The engine's stalled.
Wave off power.
Something's going wrong, something's going wrong. Power on, power on, power on. Can't control it! Try that again.
Did you eject? Oh.
Woohoo! I saw you go,
What
RC.
happened?
Saw you go.
It flipped
Okay.
over.
You did. Yes, you did. Just about on speed.
That was different.
A little bit high. Okay, I've overshot. We're going to left rudder. The engine's stalled. I don't know that the engine's stalled, so I'm just going to fly normally.
Wave off.
What's going on?
Power.
Oh shit! Power on! 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 Shit!
There you go.
Yeah. So in DCS, it happens pretty much exactly as it does in the real life. As soon as you realise something is not right because the plane's starting to slip to the left, so you jam on the full throttle on both engines. Obviously only one responds, and then as soon as asymmetric thrust happens, then the thing just flips over to the left, just like it does in the video, and there is nothing you can do to control that. You'd agree with that, RC? Once that's going to the left like that, there's nothing you can do about that. You bail out and obviously you just die every time. So we've answered the first question. Does DCS mimic real life? Absolutely. And it is like horrendously bad. We'll simulate it again, but in this case, can we do something that would have saved her? So can we, all I can think of, RC, is just not going to full power, right? Just going to mil power in the right engine and seeing if you can kind of jam away out of it, basically. Right. So I guess we try that. So you get in my rear this time, RC, and you eject us if we're about to die. Right, so this time we're trying it with not going to full power and see if there's any way I can get out of this horrific situation. I don't think there is, RC. I think you're dead. Once you're down to 110 knots and you've got one engine, I think you're dead. Because everything in your natural senses says to accelerate, get as fast as you can when you're stalling. As simple as that. You've got no altitude to play with. How does it feel in the back knowing that you're about to die?
That feels like normal.
Yes, indeed. Indeed, RC. Look how well I'm keeping it on speed. You must be impressed by that, surely.
You are doing
even
good.
Even in the turn, even in the turn. Altitude's good, I'm okay, I'll just stay flat. Okay, 700 feet, this is about to lose smell, start losing speed. On speed now. Where's the goddamn carrier gone?
You're overshooting.
Yep, oh, I'm over. Am I overshot? I can't see it. Okay, boot to the left. Left engine stalls. Something's wrong, something's wrong, something's wrong, something's wrong. Oh, I could have saved it, RC! I swear I could have saved that. RC, you are too impulsive and impetuous, and you're thinking about your own skin above suit. Oh, look, I'm going to punch you. Where's my service Webbler? Come on, RC, let's do it again. You know, we know when we shot past the radial, RC. I have a bow in the way. I just can't really see it very well.
Keep going.
Hold on.
And about there.
Okay. I shot it. My bad. Left rudder. Okay, left engine's gone. I haven't actually noticed yet. Okay, something's wrong, powering up, powering up, powering up. Ah! No, I can do it, RC. Don't punch! Don't punch! Oh, it's impossible.
I did. Oh, we're out. We're out. Okay.
Oh, okay, so we survived. No, I think we blew up through the water. Okay, overshot, left boot. Stalled the left engine. Something's wrong, power on, mill power. No. Eject.
Oh, that was close.
That was close. I don't think you can do it, RC. The problem is, as soon as that left engine goes, the wing pretty much drops. Okay, got us loud in here. You are on Outer Angels, you're on Cherubs, and you are off speed.
Turning in.
Cherubs 3, you good. You've overshot the radial. Start turning in. Let's get some left boot in. Shut left engine down. And react naturally. Yeah, roll. Look at that thing roll. Save it, RC. Save it. I'm too valuable.
Wait.
There is no way of saving Kara Hultgreen's aeroplane. There's nothing there. There's nothing you can do. You can't get any kinetic energy back into the plane without.
I would say if she didn't go into afterburner, she might have been able to.
I don't think so. Well, at least in our simulator, feeling it in our simulator. Yeah. To be honest, the problem is nearly as bad just at mill power. I don't think there's really anything she could do. Could maybe carry on kind of gliding at kind of 30% throttle, but she would have just smacked the ground or smacked the carrier at the end of the day. I think once it's got that far, things with these planes, especially the Tomcat, you're on a knife edge. When you're on speed, you're on an absolute knife edge. And if you just go 20 knots below, which happens as soon as that engine drops, there's not really much you can do to recover with it unless you've got two engines and you can go to afterburn and just, power to weight ratio your way out of there. But if you don't have that ability, which we don't, it's just going to die. It's not a glider at the end of the day. We don't think there's anything she could have done. Let us know if you disagree, but hope that was useful and see you later.